Hey to the people. Hey to the people. Come on in. Come on in. Hey there, Diva.
Hey, Diva.
Yes. What's
Oh,
up, everybody? What's going on?
it's just us two.
It's just us two.
Oh,
It's all right. It's
the
late.
Dos Amigos.
Dos amigos. While there are only two amigos up here tonight, we want you to go ahead and grab your cocktail and join us for the festivities wherever you may be. TKC says it's late in Atlanta. Good thing you stay in Charlotte, boo. And
Charlotte.
hey, Amanda K for joining us. Everybody out there on X, YouTube, and Facebook, thank you for joining us this evening. We have such a great time here, late night doing the Real Housewives of Orange County recaps. And so thank you guys for tuning in with us. Make sure again that you like, comment, and subscribe. I forgot to put on my hat, but that's all right. So y'all just gonna get this natural, this brown skin, this natural. Okay. How did you like the episode? Well, let's just do this. What did you think of last week's episode? Have you been here? Were you here last week? You were not here last week. What did you think?
Last week was cool. It wasn't. I was okay with missing last week.
Okay, I'll tell you. Hey, Sean. You know, this is a show that people come in here with some sense that we all be on one accord, because that Real Housewives of New Jersey, everybody be irked out, burnt out, tweaking. And so I'm glad that this week is the final week for Jersey. Are you?
uh, yes and no.
I know, right? I kind of like fighting.
Not so much the fight as far as just the cast. Like I don't know if they get rid of my girl, I'm gonna be sliding down the wall. I don't know what
Who's
I'm
your
gonna.
girl?
Teresa, I can't. You can't. I can't do Jersey without Teresa.
Well, some people just have that air of favor to them, and favor ain't fair, child, so she's gonna be all right. Again, make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell so you can know when we go live. This is our late night show, so pretty much anything goes. If you saw me and Jamie here last week, you know that. So let's get right on into it. Heather and Terry are at the penthouse. We're gonna move on.
Okay.
Well, no, Heather did state that she actually finally did have her mental breakdown over Terry's stroke. So what did you think anything about that?
Listen, whatever. No, I didn't. I didn't think anything about that. I didn't think anything about what she said. We across the street from Drake. I didn't. I don't want. Don't
But
do that, Heather. That's not you, and it really don't help given the context of what happens later on. So yeah, I just.
how are you? Thank you for telling us. She want to be on Beverly Hills so bad. It's never mind. Give it up, love. Give it up, Diva. It's not happening. You're not moving to Beverly Hills. Um, All right, so it's girls' night out, and Emily tells everyone how Katie said that Heather staged paparazzi photos at Disney. Last season, Heather said that she did not stage those photos and cursed out Emily and Tamra. Now, before we move forward, did you believe last season? Because I know you watched. Did you believe Heather last season?
I didn't. It's Disneyland. Like who's going? Who just happens to see Heather Dubrow at Disneyland? Out of all the people, I didn't believe it. But
Look
I
what I said
mean,
about Disneyland. No, ma'am. It's not giving. You're lying. Um, so, anywho, uh, Tamara asks Katie, how does she know? And Katie says that she has proof. And she says that she has a screenshot verifying that proof. Katie has a friend that works in paparazzi who sent it to her and let her know. Now, Tamara says it's been nice knowing Katie. And Heather tagged Katie on her Instagram. And Gina says that it most likely was an accident. Katie feels it was not an accident. And she says that she asked Heather about her tagging her. And Heather says she does not know how that happened because she doesn't even know how to tag people on her social media. And her social media person may have done it on accident. Heather then says that she was wearing a Givenchy dress. And so Givenchy is the same two letters as Janella, and that's probably what happened on accident. Now, she also goes ahead, excuse me, Katie, well, she also says in the actual scene that, let me go ahead and follow you and then untag you. So my question would be, if you don't know how to tag somebody, how you know how to untag them?
my question would be: out of all the G and the I's that will come up as you go to tag Givenchy, which I'm sure she follows. How did they pick this random woman who she does not follow?
And the only way that her name will come up is if she had previously searched her, honestly.
Which Yeah, which she later on admits that she did, which is also like, Heather, what are you doing? Because you just said you had a social media person. Come on, Heather, you messing up.
Get your lie
But
right. If you're gonna lie, tell your lie.
yeah,
Right? Ain't that how that go? If you're gonna lie, tell your lie.
I don't know. I don't
Um
lie, so I don't know.
okay.
Mhm.
Um Gina says that she feels bad that everybody knows about what Katie is saying about Heather, but Heather. And Emily says that Katie needs to focus and drink a protein shake because Heather is going to wear her ass out. Uh-huh. Do you think that Katie is going to be a match for Heather? And do you feel like Gina is right in her conviction, being conflicted about her friend talking shit about Heather to anybody who will listen?
So I don't know if I could say that the new girl is going to be a match for Heather. What I can say is she's on a mission. Like she's doing this intentionally. She wants to fight with Heather.
Hmm.
I don't know if she's going to be a good match for her, but I don't see her backing down because it's what she wants to do. Gina, I think she should be worried about this girl because if you my home girl and we have a conversation, I say, hey, don't tell nobody this, don't bring this up, and then you still go and do it anyway, knowing the kind of position it could possibly put me in. I mean, I don't know. Gina's just not picking good friends this season. I guess they not looking out for her the way that they should.
I was gonna
But I
call Gina a
also
piece
I
of shit.
also like, girl, you just did the same thing to Jen, so
Absolutely. That's why I was like, you
so
thought it was,
I mean, so it came back around just that quick. So I
and to
don't know.
continue to do it to Jen. So I don't feel bad. I mean, honestly, how close are Heather and Gina anyway? I feel like Heather's kind of kept her at a distance. Is it just me?
Well, after last season, it kind of
Yeah,
gave like they were trying to rebuild, but it didn't seem like it got to where it was before.
they were really close.
Yeah. So, but I don't know. I'm interested to see how it all unfolds. But
Heather sent her back to the casita, baby. Okay, let's read some comments and we'll move on. Um, Go ahead and read this one. Can you see those comments? Because you know I can't.
Amanda K says, "I hate when newbies come in trying to go after the OG cast members for no reason." I agree.
Does it
At
feel
least
like
I'm okay with them coming in and going at anybody, but have a reason.
so? Do you feel like Katie doesn't have
Like a
one?
legitimate reason, like this, because okay, so she is calling paparazzi. What was the point of?
So
Well, yeah, and then you say, well, because she's lying about other things. Oh, she's lying about tagging you in the photo. Why don't you just say my gripe is you've been looking, trying to check into me. I'm thinking Heather made her. She was coming to the show, so she started looking to it, trying to see who the girl is. Just say that you didn't like that. Say that that bothered you. But all this other stuff, now you finna give her reason to be a bitch, and I'm probably gonna be okay with it when she checks on your ass.
well, now I will say this. Now I got to be honest with you. If well, I kind of jumping ahead. I'm gonna say that for later. I'm jumping ahead. I'm not gonna jump. I'm not gonna jump ahead. I'm gonna let you have that from right now, because there's something that would piss me off that kind of makes me understand, Katie, but I kind of don't care still. You know what I mean? Like it's not deep enough for me to be moved to chorus, but there is something that she says that I do understand, and I'll get to that in a little bit. Vicki returns back to the Real Housewives of Orange County with a staph infection and some old lady's retirement check. Allegedly. Where's Demetria?
On the patio with that cigarette, that menthol.
Baby, we. If you ever want to be upset, go ahead and watch Demetrio the last 2 or 3 minutes of Happy Hour yesterday and his political update. It was.
What is he now? Team Trump? First Taylor Swift. Now I wouldn't be surprised.
I had to beg him to stop talking.
Oh, she Team Trump for real? Oh, girl.
No, it just he echoes the sentiments of a lot of youth. Unfortunately, I just be honest with you, a lot of youth feel the way he does. Go back and watch it. I won't repeat it on this platform, but
Oh, Lord.
and then look, he got the step. Go down. Thank you. Now I had a talk with him. We had a meeting. And I said, now come on in early, so it look a little bit more professional than we've been looking. And he just.
You know them Republicans don't follow no protocols, baby. They do what they want.
Okay.
I'm kidding, Demisio.
Speaking of Republicans, Vicki came in allegedly with some old lady retirement money because she is currently being sued for elder financial abuse. Hey, Demetrio, welcome on in. Put that cigarette butt out and go on and throw up allegedly for me, Bookie Dude. Thank you, Diva. Um, Now, for those of you who don't know who Demisio is, he's our production here at No Chaser TV. Now, Vicki says that she has enough money to retire, but she's bored, so she still works. And I said, pause. I bet you do got enough money to retire when they're allegedly somebody else's money. Um, Tamara is not doing another Trey Amiga show because Tamara does not feel like it is responsible for her to do so soon after Shannon was running to people's house after she left Johnny J's drunk. Um, why would she leave that fast from Johnny J's house like that?
She revved up the engine. He pissed her off. She said, "I revved it up." I'm never gonna get over her saying that. I'm never gonna get over that.
She put the pedal to the metal.
She said she revved it up.
With Archie in the bag.
And poor Archie, she running around the house. He just blinking his eyes, just looking. Archie counting his days. He ready to go. So
Archie thought it was over then. Archie was ready to go in. He had made peace. Tamara isn't doing a Trace Amiga show, and she did not tell Shannon or Vicki that she was no longer going to be doing that show. Vicki says that Tamara has vinegar in her veins and a black heart. I ain't gonna let it make me chuckle because she does. Um, Shannon is completely devastated, and Vicki is pissed because this is a business venture, and Tamara screwed them. Johnny J is also suing Shannon for $75,000, which makes Shannon even more distraught because Johnny J, out of everyone, knows that she paid for all his bills, allegedly paid for all her bills and paid all her children bills, and the husband that she did have don't want to give her no more money. Um, Vicky says that Johnny J is a bad guy, and Shannon paid everything for him. Vicky says it's like her and Brooks, and it wasn't her place to tell Shannon that he was a piece of trash. Just like she wouldn't listen to anyone else who told her about Brooks. Now Shannon says, excuse me, we find out why Shannon's feng shui has been off, and if you're a long time viewer, you remember her tagline: "When life gives you lemons, put nine in a bowl," because she was very into like feng shui and everything like that her first season. And the reason why her feng shui is off is because Vicky say one of her boobs bigger than the other one. So I'm sure that's why everything in her life is chaotic right now. When it comes to Tamara, do you think Tamara should have let them know that she would not be pursuing another Trey Amiga show, or do you think that the way they found out is fine enough?
if she considered them friends, she should have told them. Even if you felt the way about Shannon, okay, you don't want to let Vicki know. Tamara's just she's not good for business.
She's not a good friend.
She's a terrible friend.
She got vinegar in her veins and a black heart and beady black eyes.
And vinegar coming through them veins, just all up in the neck now. You see her face and this Vicki might have been on. And speaking of Vicki, why are you in my house with a staph infection talking about how you could squeeze it in?
I was like, look, is she allowed to be around people?
Yeah, she was telling her, come look in the bathroom, I can show you. Bitch, get out of my house.
That is so gross.
Disgusting.
I mean, honestly, if we have a business venture like Tres Amigas, and I don't think it's smart for us to go out and do a show right now with um, drunk driving, listening to Sexy Red, Hellcats, and SRTs. Um, I think that I would sit the ladies down and say, hey, I think we probably should hold off on this or think of something else to do that doesn't have anything directly to do with drinking because I don't think it's a good look for us to go out and promote that while Shannon is currently going through this situation. I don't see why she couldn't have had that conversation with the ladies and told the ladies that at all. I just don't. And that just further lends to me that because they were friends, that she is a bad one. I'm sorry. I'm not going to change on that.
I agree.
Um, yeah, that's gross. I just don't. I don't
Not
understand
even
her.
that, she has all these gripes about Shannon continuing to drink, but she never. It's like she's never tried to just sit and talk with her. Like, girl, what the hell are you doing? What's going on? She just. I don't want to say she just checked out the friendship, but she just started to be a very nasty person to the woman.
And Shannon is one of those friends that's just super heavy all the time. It's always something with Shannon. It's never not nothing. Like, hey Shannon, how's your day going? Well, I just wanna know. Well, hey Shannon, how's the weather? Well, it's raining over here.
But she
Hey,
be
you know what I
drunk.
mean? Huh?
Allegedly, she be drinking she be just drunk all day. Allegedly, but goddamn, at some point, I don't know. I just feel like screw the friendship part, the business part. They deserve the conversation. If you don't
We
want to,
deserve a
if you don't want
conversation.
to be friends with her anymore, then cool. Just check out and don't speak to her. But as far as the business, and then Vicki as well, because Vicki didn't do anything. So,
Right.
so it's given like she was sick of it anyway. It was like, oh, this is my out right here. The bitch is drunk. We not doing no tequila shows. I'm gone. It's
I
like
mean,
she
because
wanted
if it
to.
was me, I would diversify all of my brands. She does have a Trey Amigas is a brand. It's synonymous with the Real Housewives of Orange County. She has a brand with Teddy Mellencamp. You know, I would do live shows. Like I would get my bag. Like this is bag season. You know what I mean? Or like if I couldn't do the Trey Amigas show, like how we drink and booze it up and have fun, maybe like a wellness retreat weekend or something like that. It's just so many ways they could have worked
They
around
could have
that.
spun that. And I see TKC says that when you say that she's definitely tried to speak to her before, to Shannon in the past, was this in regard to her drinking?
Yes, in regards to her everything she has in the past,
Okay, so
and
then,
so
then help me understand. If you felt like she already had an issue with drinking, what the hell was you doing at Tres Amigos for to begin with?
like Danny said, the first episode, you know, everybody got a problem with drinking about Shannon drinking, but everybody always drinking with Shannon. So,
Yeah, I don't get it.
all right. What did you think about Johnny J having the nerve to sue him for
Johnny
$75,000?
J is an asshole. Johnny J is Johnny Jackass is his new name. He is full of shit. I don't, why antagonize this woman? You already see that she's going through. I'm not saying you should have some type of sympathy for her, but at the least you could just leave her the hell alone. Y'all done
What do
already
he want
departed.
$75,000 for?
I don't know. According to Vicki, I'll give it to Vicki. Vicki came through with that. Girl, he ain't got. Is he working? He ain't got no job. You was upgrading the flight. You was paying for everything. What the hell? What you owe him money for?
Let me tell you one thing about it though. Let me tell you who get her ass whooped the first time I saw her. Alexis, because obviously you behind this. Because your ex-husband sued me and now Johnny J suing me too. Nah, you got something to do with it.
I want to know what is he because they never said in the episode what was the reason for behind the suit.
They never said. I'm
She
sure
just
they'll
said
get
he
into
was
it
suing
because Tamara blurted it out. So,
because Alexis told him.
well, why every time there's a lawsuit to be had, Alexis filing it? That's crazy. You know, Shannon was a very wealthy woman when she entered the show. I'm sure her version of broke is not our version of broke at all. You know what I mean? Like our version of broke is like Jen. You know, like Jen got real regular people stuff going on, like real regular people stuff going on. But Shannon's version of broke is broke for Shannon. It's not broke for the regular person. You know what I mean?
Jen do got
So
that.
maybe he think that she got money because he was paying for everything. She was paying for everything anyway.
But how do you legally say you're entitled to some of that when y'all are normal? Y'all were never
I don't
married.
understand. They weren't married. Were they
So
common law married? I don't even think they were together for like 7 years. So I don't even
they
think they were
weren't even
common
living
law.
together though. Don't you have to be residing in the same place and referring to each other as husband? I know as far as Texas, and then referring to each other as spouse. So Johnny J just old wrinkled white man who's bored and trying to find a way to
Oh my God.
still antagonize this woman.
Now Shannon could go ahead and get his driveway done the way she skirted off from that thing. I can't believe Shannon went out like that, dog. Come on, Shannon. You better than that. Speaking of better than that, Jen is packing for Vegas with Ryan. And Emily, she tells him how Emily made a joke, saying that Jen, she was like, "Hey Jen, you like you got some money?" And Jen was like, "No, I don't." And Emily said,
I know.
"I know." Let me just say this: I don't like Emily. I'm gonna say it every week. Every week it get meaner and meaner. And at first it was behind her back. Now it's to her face. And I'm trying to figure out what is the point. Like, what's the point? Like, when a person is down on their luck, back against the wind, I don't know what I think that she thinks she making jokes and people like the housewives shade and the housewives jokes, but nobody like to see a bitch get kicked while she down. Nobody likes that, Emily, which is further leads me to believe that she is not authentic because anybody with half a gnat's brain would know to not kick somebody while they're down unless she's just a horrible person. But it just never feels genuine. It just feels like she's picking on this girl. And even if the girl got evicted and messed up Gina name, what do that have to do with Emily? And why is Emily always coming for Jen? Like, I'm over it. If you, I'm gonna have to start packing up and start riding for Jen now. And you know what I ride for you. That's it. baby, because Emily is really wearing me low with this. Like, I'm over Emily. What about you?
It's yeah. She this. I know we'll talk about it later on, but she's just very. She's an instigator. She's an instigator, and for no apparent reason.
But she ain't got enough going
I
on.
get the housewife shade. I get the picking and mess started, but why you bothering this girl? Is that my car? You know, he got some money. Like Ginger told us, can I keep it? You ain't gonna have no use for it the way you swallowing no Ozempic. It ain't gonna be your size after a while. Let me have the color. And she's so timid. It's just like, oh, I don't have money. Girl,
That's the problem.
fight
She
back,
wants somebody for
fight back.
real.
Yeah, and I don't think that if that girl was spicy, I don't think
Emily would have nothing to say to her.
she wouldn't pick on her. She wouldn't pick on her the way she did. So just get it one time, you won't have to get it no more.
You know what? And I'm gonna say this, and it is what it is. Emily is a formerly fat, big, nasty, mean bully. And what you have to do with them bullies like that is sock them in the eye, cause she think her shit don't stink, cause she done lost all that weight, and she is being mean and nasty for no reason. We're literally watching this lady fight for her life and figure it out as she go along. I just don't think it's cool. I don't think it's appropriate. And then knowing what we know that happens with Ryan, who right now is her only financial lifeline, and now that may be in jeopardy too. That's some fucked up shit for her. I don't like Emily. I'm sorry. I want her off the show. I do. That's why I'm at with Emily. Gina almost could stay because I wanted them both. Gina almost might be able to stay, but Emily gotta go. I can't do it because why Emily won't pick on a big dog?
Because she's not a big dog. She not one.
Come for the big dog.
I feel like her coming is her time's gonna come.
It's got to, and
Her
I'm gonna be
time's gonna
right
come.
there. It's got to come. Now Jen is hypersensitive right now, and that made me so sad. I was just like, oh, I think you said she need to fight back, right?
She had to fight back. Not physically. I wouldn't try to fight Emily physically. Not if
I
I
don't
was
do that.
Jen.
Emily gonna beat her ass now.
Emily gonna take her down. But fight back. Cuss her out or something.
But you know what? Emily might not beat her ass. You ever watch A Christmas Story?
Yeah, that's my movie.
Remember Ralphie got tired of that bully?
Beat her ass. Beat his ass.
And beat that bully. You got things on nipple. Ralphie, your mother. She might Ralphie her. You never know. But I think Emily is all barking no bite. That's what I think.
It's like she's trying to do it under the guise of she's looking out for her friend, looking out for Gina, because the whole the whole eviction stuff. But it's just coming out real nasty, real mean.
It's just mad. But I said that first episode, and I said that the episode with me, you, and Antonio up here, and y'all were laughing at Jen.
And I still laugh when she made the comment at the little taco truck or wherever it was at. I still laugh. Like, you know, he got some money. I know. I still laugh because it was funny, but it's not. That does not mean that it was not bitchy.
Damn, girl, I can't go buy a taco without you checking my bank account. Anywho, she's hypersensitive right now because she does not feel equivalent to the ladies. And I'm telling you, that girl wear her heart on her sleeve because that's some real. Go ahead.
That's what I was going to say before we move on. I think, like you said, we're watching her fight for her life, but to them girls, I don't think it seems that way because she has Ryan, who she's just falling back on, and it almost seems to them, I'm sure, that she's just getting off easy. Like, you went from one house to this big old house. Your kids is good. You got a brand new car. You're taking trips to Vegas. Ain't shit wrong with this bitch. I think that's how they are seeing it.
But you know, it would be different if that's what she wanted to do. I think the difference for me is she don't want to do that. You know.
Well,
I think that's where I like she depending on Ryan, but she would much rather not. You know what I mean?
But what is she doing to maneuver away from that?
I don't know. I'm filming the Real Housewives of Orange County, I guess.
Well, yeah, I give her that, I guess.
She is now being sued by the owners of her fitness studio because she opened her studio during COVID, and the previous owners made an agreement with her regarding the rent, and the new owners will not uphold that agreement. So it's just like when it's raining, it's pouring. She's paying some money that she don't have on a business she doesn't have, and now she's staying with her boy. It just is a lot going on. I wish her all the best. I really want her to win, and I hope she stays a nice person. And last week it was something that she did that I just really did not get the chance to mention, but after Gina cussed her out and turned her every which way but loose, she then asks Gina when Gina says me and me and what's her boyfriend name? Travis. Me and Trav, I'm moving out. All this. She was like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" I'm like, "No, no,
Yeah, that
don't
pissed
ask
me
her if
off
she
too.
okay."
But what she was trying to do is if I look out for her, check on
She'll
her,
be
we can
nice.
yeah, she'll be nice. We can make some amends.
Not
That's
gonna
not gonna
happen.
save you.
Well, all right. Katie is with her husband and tells him how she.
What is going on?
I'm laughing at your background.
It's loud.
Yes. But it's late, so it's cool. Katie is with her husband and tells him how she proposed, hosted an event called Drinking and Driving in front of Shannon. And Shannon was looking like, nah, wait a minute, bitch. I've been nice to you the last 3 weeks. You really gonna do this with me right now? Because you don't want it with me, new girl. She changed the name, and Katie says that she has hit it off with Jen, who seems genuinely concerned with her children. Do you think Katie was trying to be funny, or you think it was a genuine mistake, a genuine slip?
I think it was a mistake. I don't think her eyes ain't nobody but Mr. Bro.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think she. I don't think.
I don't know. I don't know.
You think
I
she
don't
kicking
know.
like that?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't think so.
I got my eye on her. I don't know how I feel about that.
I'm definitely watching the way she moved tonight, but I don't think that.
Mm.
I don't think that was intentional.
Well, that plus the way she moved tonight is what's making me like, she a little slick. She a little slick with
She's
it.
very slick.
She gonna do what she gonna
Well,
see.
she's very clever. I'm not gonna say she's slick just yet because the stuff she's doing, you can spot it from a mile away.
All right, Katie and Gina are together, and Gina says that things have been tough with Travis gone. Travis really don't give a fuck, but we'll get into that in just a little bit. Tamara and Emily are together as well. Gina thinks that the paparazzi situation with Heather is silly, but she thinks that Heather is not going to think that it is silly. Um, Tamara and Emily knew that it was staged all along. Gina explains to Katie last season's drama over the pictures, and Emily wants to see Heather get caught for once. She is such a hater.
I laughed at that too. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, sometimes you do be wanting a girl to get her comeuppance, but damn.
But this is my thing, Emily. Why you ain't got it? Why you? Because you've been saying that you felt the way about Heather. Why haven't you gave it to her yet? And that's what makes it look like a punk and a mean girl because you're picking on the girls so you know you can get, but you wouldn't dare try that with Heather.
She wasn't there
You
full
wouldn't
of
try
Heather
that.
because when she put it with Heather, Heather got her ass together last season.
Yeah, but that's what makes it look like
And
bullying.
she was quick to make up with Tamara last season, remember?
I didn't remember that because I didn't know I didn't know their issue.
I don't really think it was that big of an issue, but they got it straight within 2 to 3 episodes flat, didn't
On the yoga mat.
he? Yeah, Emily, at this point, you're not a big dog. You ain't no stepper. You ain't no stepper. Sorry. I wish somebody would step up to her and say something to her because I'm sick of her shit. Anyway, now catch this dirt. Y'all ready? Gina explains the situation over last season's drama with Heather and the stage pictures. Emily wants to see Heather get caught for once, of course. And Katie explains that her friend Cynthia Bailey, I'm like, damn, dude, everybody loves Cynthia. Her friend Cynthia Bailey and Heather were at the same party. Um, Cynthia tells Katie that Heather made a beeline to Cynthia and introduced herself and asked her how did she know Katie. Um, and that's really all she wanted to talk about. Once she got her information, her T's, she beelined it back to wherever she was at. Gina says that she understands all of this that Katie is saying, but if Katie doesn't tell Heather about everything, she's going to be forced to do so. Okay, first of all, let me just say this. Heather has been on the Real Housewives since season 7, so that was running concurrently when the Real Housewives of Atlanta were the biggest thing on Bravo. There's no way you couldn't have known who the Housewives were. So I mean, either Heather is that rich or dot dot dot, and y'all know what the dot 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 is, and I ain't going there.
I don't know what it is. You got to tell me.
He's trying to set me up.
I just want to hear it. I and people want to know just for clarity.
You don't know who the black girl is? You just not introducing yourself almost 15 years later? Y'all been in the same room how many times? They have been in rooms together, trust me.
Was Heather not at the baby shower?
Who baby shower?
Andy's baby shower.
Heather probably was there. Cynthia was there. Heather definitely was there. I think. I don't know. Somebody look it up. I don't know.
I think she was there.
She child. So she goes to
All
introduce
the
herself.
Bravo cons, like you ain't met Cynthia not once.
Back in the day when they used to have the upfront parties at Bravo, the big Watch What Happened lives with all the girls there, it's the choice. The Atlanta girls were the top girls on Bravo, period. You know what I mean? So everybody knew who they were at one point, and I just don't, something about that didn't sit right with me. Anyway, so Heather went to go pump Cynthia for the tea. And Katie, excuse me, Emily, excuse me, Gina tells Katie that if she does not tell Heather, she's going to tell Heather. Okay, so all of that aside, what do you think about Heather pumping Cynthia for tea?
Um, I, I believe it. I do believe it. I do believe that she was questioning who the girl was because you already, I mean, later on you admit that you were looking around on her social media, so you were curious about her. This is why I'm not gonna say I'm riding with Heather, but this is where it becomes like annoying because the way Katie, it's like she wants Heather's spot. If you pay attention to how she was saying, how she was explaining it, that Heather's trying to solidify herself in Beverly Hills, and she's going around trying to get all these relationships that Katie is making sure we know that she already has. Like Sutton's Christmas party, she said that about two or three times. My friend Cynthia, that's probably not your damn friend. Y'all probably met him in passing. The hell at Sutton's Christmas party. She wants us to know that she has these connections and she has this money, and Heather's not quite there. As far as the connections in Beverly Hills, she's picking with Heather, and I don't know if it's because Heather was looking her up or if she's trying to make it clear that she here in OC to be that girl that we all, well, that the majority of us think Heather is.
That's an interesting take because
Yeah,
I feel like, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
yeah. She kept saying it like my friend and this girl and that girl and yeah, okay, you know, son, you know, Cynthia. Let us know you give us some, give us something else. It's just it's very much like Heather with we're across the street from Drake. I don't care about that. I don't care about you knowing Sutton and Cynthia. Okay, you got the connections. Why did Orange County feel the need to bring you on? Give us more so we can see what's going on with you.
Well, now I hear what you're saying. I see you and I raise you. Why the hell is Heather going around doing her due diligence on a bitch that is already acclimated to the society that she's breaking into, no matter how much money she has? What is it about this new woman that is making her do that? Cynthia ain't gonna lie about it. See, if Cynthia felt like she would pump for tea, she would pump for tea. But why are you going around tagging people accidentally? Why are you going around asking people about this girl? Like, if you don't have anything going on, like, why are you so intrigued or so curious about who this girl is? Instead of just asking her and getting to know her yourself, like, it seems like you're going around, you know what I mean, being covert when you could just honestly get to know her, be her friend, and be in the same circle regardless.
My
So
question: what makes Heather look, I guess, suspicious? Gina's your home girl. You know Gina the girl. Why you just didn't ask Gina?
because she
Like
know Gina can't hold water. She was going to see that. Oh, boom! Heather sneaky. That's messy. Heather messy. Because why didn't you just ask Gina? You
why
messy.
you ask Gina?
Huh?
It makes no sense. Why you just didn't ask Gina?
Yeah, she being messy. Yeah, so I mean, I kind of feel like you being messy. Now, do I feel like Katie had to go so far so soon? No.
No.
You gotta keep your ace in the hole. You know what I'm saying? And just be like, well, girl, you doing all this. You asking people about me. What's the tea? I wouldn't have led with the whole pictures because now she looked thirsty because she led with those pictures when she has enough to question Heather as is. Because why are you going around Beverly Hills asking people about me? Why are you tagging me on pictures? Like, what's the tea? You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she kind of came in a little too hot on that one. Now, Gina and Emily are talking about Jen going to Vegas. Gina says instead of going to Vegas, she should go to work for the weekend and pay a bill. Well, damn, Gina, give her an application that chills with you because I'm not really understanding what the problem is, girlfriend. Why are we so obsessed with what this lady got going on regarding her bills and her decisions? if she don't make a good decision regarding paying her bills, that is her business. It really does not affect you. And again, Gina, the reason why I don't feel motherfucking bad about you giving this lady this opportunity to come into that home or whatever is because you are the one who put out there that she didn't get a credit check and you pulled strings and you did this and you did that. Nobody knew that. So nobody knew that you weren't doing business properly until you exposed that. So while I understand that her reputation may be tarnished, I think that she did it. Her reputation may have been tarnished with that one realtor and possibly that realtor's network, but now everybody across America know not to do business with you, Gina, because you can't keep a business deal to yourself to save your life. And then who? If I'm a tenant, why would I want to go and do a business deal with Gina? Heaven forbid I'm late on my rent a couple of days. She's gonna be, you're jeopardizing me and you're putting me in a bad situation because you're 3 days late on your rent. Damn, are you like court properties? Are you like WRH Realty? Like, are you an apartment leasing complex? Because why are you all on my ass? And I hold on before you go there because they made a joke that I didn't get a chance to write down. Emily said something slick again about Jen, and I'm about sick of Emily bullshit. Go ahead.
Yeah, at this point, it's like, why does where she's traveling to matter to you? Now y'all just want to nitpick at the girl. And cutting back to what you said, like, Jen was doing all these things before you got her the house, Jen. She was traveling, she was spending money, being however, physically irresponsible, whatever, however they figure. But you knew that she didn't have the credit. You knew that she didn't have all this stuff when you got into the house and she was making these moves. So why are you now questioning that she's still living the same way because she's gotten evicted? It just and the second part about it is, while I understand why Gina was, why her initially she was upset, it's like she's forgetting that she herself she just came up out of that. She went into the little home and she wasn't getting her hair done, but I'm sure she just did not scale back completely on things that she did to make herself feel good. So at this point, it's falling flat a little bit. I would just stick to her being upset that she messed up your business or whatever it is. But why is she traveling? Why is she doing this? She should be doing this instead. She kind of got a man with money, so she can lay back and be lazy and irresponsible if she wants to. Don't be mad at her because you didn't put Travis out. Now you got to work twice as hard because his income ain't coming no more. You chose to do that. And Emily, yeah.
Listen, when you come out of a situation and you know somebody going through the situation, you turn around and you help them out of it. And if you help them out of it and it don't work out, you either A, let it go, or you B, help them some more. But you don't kick them while they're down. And that's why, on just a basic human level, I cannot rock with them on this. I'm sorry. They did too much as in regards to letting her, okay, at one point she did not understand the severity of the situation because she said, well, the lady calling me too. Yeah, because she want her rent money.
Even when she said earlier that she made the verbal agreement with the owner, it's like, girl, you got to get that type of stuff. Got to be at right.
Or take them to court because I've had a verbal agreement with you,
Yeah,
and that's 9/10 of the law. I thought it's legally binding. So y'all need to honor what they said. You didn't get no money until they get this straight because they said they was going to agree to it.
but that just goes to show you that she was not used to handling grown folk business. It don't seem like she ever had to do it for herself, either her husband or her daddy, anybody else but her. It seems so.
Uh, all right, Gina. Excuse me, Emily. Is having her event, and Tamara and Shannon do not speak. Gina pulls Heather aside and tells her that Travis is trying to break up with her. She understands his decision. She understands that it was her decision to go ahead and move into her own place and do separate finances for a while. But she's thinking, maybe let this will take a couple of months. But she didn't want to break up with him. And where are you with on that? Like, where are you with it on Gina and Travis?
So first, what does Travis do for work? Have we learned that? So does he have some type of money or some type of income? Because what is given is, don't break up with me just yet because I don't know how this leasing stuff go, this realtor stuff can go for me. And if it don't go right, you might have to come back into the house. But until I'm good and comfortable on my feet, we're not gonna live together. We still gonna be together because I'm gonna need your support. That's what it's giving. Why are you stringing this man along? Like, you clearly don't want to be with him. You got this weird ass reason as to why you put him out the home, because y'all can't get the house y'all want because you don't have enough money. So let's just take the money that we put into this house and split it up between two other homes. Gina not making no sense. Her logic is worse than her fashion sense to me, because I'm really not understanding the purpose of putting him out and then still trying to tag him along with you while he's telling you we might as well just break up. The only thing that makes sense to me is that she's keeping him there for a financial blanket in case what she's trying to do for herself doesn't fare well.
Well, she don't want to be with him, but she's afraid to be without him. And it's even more interesting because when she was down on her luck, back against the wind, she had Travis to help her, much like Ryan is
Exactly.
helping Jen. You see what I'm saying? So there are parallels to it. And while you went to Chili's and went to work, and Jen don't know what a Chili's or the Applebee's at, that's the difference. But there are a lot of similarities. And now that you up on your good foot, you leaving this man while you hanging down on his bad one. And so, I mean, Gina, she from New York. They city slickers. They think they know everything and think they know better than everybody else. But that man loved you still while you were going through it with your ex and, with your children and his children. He really, if it wasn't for him helping her get through that time in that situation, she probably would not be where she is now and be able to go ahead and get on her feet and do real estate and be on a television show as well, and she gets paid money for it, and she's probably saving that money because she knows the value of a dollar now. You know what I mean? Like, it's
And
a lot of
aren't
things.
they engaged? Didn't they just get engaged or something of the sort?
Yeah, I hate Gina, so I don't be
What
knowing.
is happening? I just thought about that.
Gina's a mess. She used him. Well, I
Yeah,
don't know if she used him.
it
Maybe
seems
she
that
loved
way.
him, but it feel like she used him. She used him for a come up, and she got her come up, and she got out. And her come up wasn't even necessarily like I married myself a baller. It was like, oh my god, somebody who I can commingle finances with. You know what I mean? Someone who I can be with and put some money to the side until I figure out what I'm going to do next in life. And then when
Mm-hmm.
it works out, I'm out. And that's what she did. Trash. Um, Katie sucks at golf. Emily wins at golf. I don't like Emily. Jen is over it because Emily hasn't been nice to her lately, so she really didn't want to win. I said, "Oh, that's the best she could do. That's her best read. Go ahead, boo. Go ahead, Diva." Katie has hot dogs because she heard Heather likes them. This whole situation is weird between Heather and Katie. They both bitches be friends. They both are doing the 411 on each other.
I thought that was late.
It was very late. If I
I
like to
thought
hear you like hot dogs, I'm gonna have hamburgers. Oh,
it, I thought it was late. Don't
like
be
what you
talking mess
say?
about me and still trying to kiss my ass on the cool, because it seemed like Katie want to be friends, but she also want to impress the girls. So
Impress production.
somebody,
Are you impressed?
I'm intrigued.
I
Only because I want to see what else she gonna do. I have not been impressed just yet.
don't think she done yet. I think they said that she had a fight with Emily. She had a fight with Emily this season, but I don't think it's gonna make it to the show. But her and Emily got
Why
into it
not?
as well. I don't know, but I know her. What you know? What her and Gina do have a big falling out coming up this season. So, if she got into it with Gina, I'm sure she got into it with
Got to do with
Emily.
Emily.
Right. Oh,
Thing
be
one
your
and
own
thing
girl, Emily. Stand up. What? It's one thing that I never forget that Karen Hugo told Robin Dixon. Put on your own panties, be your own woman, and have an agenda for once, and then maybe I can have a dance with you. But you need to start being Giselle's stuff. Every time I talk to Giselle, you chime in. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to her. So be your own woman. Put on your own panties, and maybe me and you can have an agenda.
too.
Emily, find somebody in this group to fight with that is legitimately like an issue that is your issue. Keep it to the left. Ugh. Anyway, Timber tells Heather that Katie said that Heather called the paparazzi all the time. Heather denies it and puts it on her kids and says that she's never done that. I don't think Tamara and Emily believed her too much.
I
Katie tells the ladies that Heather started calling her all of her friends and asking her about her, and I do believe that. Shannon says that Heather did that to her as well when she entered the group all those years ago, and that was she did do that to Shannon.
that's what solidified that she did it to Katie for me.
Yep, she
I mean,
did
I
it.
already thought so, but when Shannon said like she didn't want to, but hell, girl, yeah, I know what you mean. She did. She
She did it to me
did
too.
shit to me too. I said, okay, that's Heather's mo.
And she was very nasty to Shannon too about when it, back then. So Heather and Katie talk, and Katie feels they have a weird looming thing. Heather says, "Hey, Diva, there is no weird looming thing." Oh, because there is a weird looming thing, but of course I'm Heather, and I'm gonna downplay it. Gina told Katie that they went through her Instagram and acted like she. It was, excuse me. Gina told Katie that Heather went through her Instagram, which is odd to her because when she saw her at Sutton's party or whatever the party was that they were at, Heather acted like she did not know Katie. She did it.
She did
She
it.
did it. She did it, Sammy. People do that all the time. She did it. And that will be my issue. That my this whole
And that's what I'm
paparazzi stuff.
okay with her. I'm okay with that being her issue. But just say that's your issue. All this other stuff you're doing, now you're just performing at this point.
Well, I think that what she's trying to highlight is that Heather is one big ass liar. But I would leave with this, and when Heather get the line about it, then I would have brought up the pictures. You get what I'm saying? I wouldn't have left with them pictures.
Because she
So
really,
the,
to me, she ain't got no proof. That screenshot, you asked somebody something, and they said yes.
I was like, that's the girl.
That's
Heather
not
finna
no
wear
proof.
out. Heather's gonna get out of that. There ain't enough for Heather. Heather not gonna. Heather, that's not gonna be able to stick with Heather. You got to have something definitive on Heather
Mm-hmm.
to get it to stick, because she's gonna wiggle her way out of that, out of this one. Watch. Um, Heather says that she has never called a paparazzi again. Katie says that she has proof, and that she knew Heather would lie, and I did too. Heather says the things that Katie accuses Heather of, Katie is actually the one who's doing them, i.e., these hot dogs. Heather says that she doesn't know Katie, and quite frankly, she like keep it that way, and she thanks her for the dogs, and then she leaves. Where are you on Katie versus Heather now that we have finally gotten to it all? Now that we've mentioned it all.
Where I was at in the beginning, like I understand why Katie's doing what she's doing. I just want her to just really say, like, bitch, what you want to know? Like, why are you researching me? Why are you asking my friends about me? Leave with that, like, confront her about that. I don't care for the little screenshots and the paparazzi stuff because we all know Heather been doing that. But as far as Heather, I do want her. She did own. Okay, well, yeah, we looked at your Instagram, but I don't think that she recalls that she said that she has a social media person and that she said I don't know how to tag you, but I know how to untag you. I don't think that she's recalling it, so it's making her look very questionable. So just own what you were doing. Tell the girl, look, I heard you was coming around on the show, and I want to know who the hell you was. It's that simple, but I guess she has to keep her, highbrow Heather the Bro persona going, so she ain't gonna own up to none of that. But it's making her look very weird.
She look weird,
Yeah.
and she's done this in the past. I don't think that Shannon really busted her balls like Katie is. I mean, Shannon did call her out on it. You know what I mean? But Katie's really holding her feet to the fire. And it is to highlight that Heather is lying about everything. But why? I mean, no, I won't say why does it matter. It would grind my gears too that you're doing Google searches on me, you're doing Instagram searches on me, you're accidentally tagging me in photos, you asking Cynthia about me, you acting like you don't know me at Sutton Party when you do, because you went up and you're asking people at other parties in that same area about me, so you know who I am. Come say hello. I would have treated her like the fan Heather treat people as. I would say, "Hey girl, how are you? Yes, I heard that you've been
I
asking
heard
about."
you. That's it. But even when they were doing the nails, and she asked, when I woke up, I saw you tag me. Girl, I know you was looking at my page. We hit that. Let's get to know one another. But she's playing a game because she wants to be able to say Heather's a damn lie.
Well, she messed that up already.
Yeah.
She gave away the punchline before she told the joke, and so now she's looking like a joke. Next week we have Tamara versus Shannon. I don't know if I'm ready for Tamara to be yelling. Are you ready for that? We actually might not be able while we're here. I actually don't think I'm going to be able. Well, we're going to be able to do OC next week, and it looks like it's going to be a really good episode. So I hate that. I'll figure out a way to get that. It's not, I'll do an episode because I can't do two episodes on no Thursday night this late. So I'll figure it out. But I will be out of town, so I don't know if I'll be able to do that unless one of the I don't have to host everything on No Chase TV unless somebody wants to host, but we'll figure it out. However, Demisio, did you have any OC thoughts that you want to come up here and talk about?
Come on, Trumpster.
Demisio, come up here and explain to Sammy your stance that you had yesterday on politics, really briefly, because I think he thinks that you're a red toting card member. I don't even know if you said that.
Megalomaniac.
It might be a smoke break. Oh,
Hi guys.
hi.
First of all, Sammy, I am insulted.
Rewind it. Rewind it. Ain't no Megalomaniac finna come. First of all, at me.
First
Start
off,
over. Start over.
offended. I'm offended of
Why are
those
you offended? Okay,
accusations.
you know what? Let me hear it. Let me hear it. You're right.
Now, this is my opinion on them. I just said that everyone should do their own research. Me personally, I don't really care for either one of them. Me personally, she's done things that I don't necessarily agree with. I disagree with everything about him. So, but if I had to choose between the two, obviously, I would
What you
choose
said last night?
Kamala. I said Kamala last night.
You know what Chase is Chase being messy there? Chase lying on you?
I didn't say that she chose that. I just said that he had very pointed thoughts that was gonna get us canceled. Um, well, all right. Did you have any OC thoughts? Did you watch OC tonight?
I do. Because let's just say it for what it is. Gina is boring. Her whole storyline is boring. It's just like watching
Jen
paint
or Gina?
dry. Like, girl, you don't want Travis no more. Just say that. Even filming that scene, you could tell that Travis and Gina both knew that that's really what it was. They was just trying to act like it wasn't that on camera. It's just like, girl, y'all breaking up. Like, let's just call it what it is. We know Gina used you, and here we are. You know, and not Cynthia being in the mist, child. That had me tickled. It's not Cynthia all the way in the mist in OC.
Well, she better be in the mess in Atlanta because we need it.
Okay, that is true. And the real mean girl of it all is absolutely Emily Chase. I'm glad you was dragging her every chance you got because I cannot stand Emily. I agree with your Karen analogy because it's just like, girl, stand in your own mess. Have a beat that is yours for once instead of being involved in everybody else stuff. Like, and then Gina trying to scold Katie like Emily ain't the one that brought it up at the table. Like, Emily is clearly jealous of Heather, and she is happy that Katie is going after her, so she don't have to do it. But I will say this about Katie, as I said before when the season first started, I am living for Katie because I don't like Heather. I think Heather is a pretentious, stuck-up, snobby. The word that Chase don't like us to say, like
Don't say it.
she's all of those things, and I just can't stand her because she's fake. She's fake, and it's just. And Katie sees right through her, and I'm glad that Katie is calling her on it because it's clear that Heather was calling around, asking about this lady being messy. Like, you were doing that, girl, and you got caught. And I wish as well that Katie would have just led with that because that would have been a more compelling argument. Like, girl, what? Because accidentally tagging her in the picture, that means you've been looking up her name a lot for her to be up there like that. And then the party, like all of those things add up for Heather to be doing exactly what Katie is saying and exactly what we all know Heather to be. Again, pretentious, stuck up, snobby, one of those type of people that looks down their noses at all the lesser humans. Like, she's one of those girls, and Katie sees her for who she is, and I'm glad that she's coming right in and making her stance. Ain't no sense in playing nice with Heather, trying to fake kick it like we cool. Like, girl, Heather, you called the paparazzi. We know you did that.
All
Period.
right. Well, thank you so much, Demisio. We're gonna go ahead and call it a night. It's late in Atlanta and everywhere else. Thank you for joining us this evening and running the show, as well as giving your thoughts. We greatly appreciate it. I thank you so much. to you, Sammy, for joining us here on a late night live. Thank you to Amanda K, TKC, Sean, and everyone else who was in the group chat section. All of my divas over on X and Facebook as well as YouTube. Thank y'all for tuning in and rocking with us this late. We will see you guys soon with our next week of shows. If you have not already, please make sure that you like these videos. Get us in the algorithm strong. Make sure you, how do you do? Make sure that you make sure that you comment, subscribe if you have not already. It means the world to us. And turn on your notification bell so you'll be notified when we go live. And see you soon. We may do something this weekend because I think that the Phaedra conversation needs to happen just like we had. The Kenya one a couple of. I'm gonna have to call you and see if you're available, Diva.
I will not be available, Diva.
Just like we had the big Kenya conversation, the Kenya live. We may, I don't know, we'll see. With that being said, thank you for tuning in, and you guys have a good evening wherever you are.
Good night.
Bye, Divas. Now he done just jumped up like that.